I met Anuradha ma'am in the capacity of a second year medical student, and she was my pharmacology professor. And I was just starting out a new chapter in my medical journey, and I remember being anxious and worried because my seniors had told me that pharmacology is tough, it's not going to be easy. And I remember all of that just vanishing, and all that it took was one class from ma'am. One class for me to find a mentor for life and to fall in love with pharmacology. The thing that drew me towards her is the way she teaches. She is so immersed in being a true mentor that it's so inspiring. Just being around her is inspiring. Every time I talk to ma'am, I'm left with so much motivation, so much passion, and such a positive outlook on life. And honestly, that is a testimony of who she is as a person. She not only demonstrates these values in how she conducts herself, but she encourages her students to do it as well. I remember talking to her once about how I stopped pursuing my hobby of creative writing when I entered med school, owing to the fact that my academics did take up a good amount of time. And I remember her telling me that being a holistic student is important, and that we should always strive for balance and to make time for things that are important for us. And I'm so glad I took her advice. I've written so many poems since then. I've performed on stages and at open mics, and it's given me so much more opportunity to not only discover myself, but to also understand who I am as a person. And it wouldn't have been the case if I did not have the encouragement. It's very difficult to find mentors and teachers like that in an era of transactional teaching. She is truly for her students. Everything she does, whether it is dedicating her time to make the perfect creative lectures or activities to engage her students, or it might be just a talking session. I could obviously go to ma'am if I wanted to get my pharmacology doubt cleared. There was no doubt about it. But if there was something that I wanted to share, if there's something that's going on in my life that I want someone to listen to, I know I could count on ma'am. And for her to be that sort of support system for her students is extraordinary. In the end, all I'd like to say is that Anuradha translates to a bright star, and that is exactly what ma'am has been for herself and for her students, shining throughout and encouraging us as well. I couldn't have been more grateful to have had an opportunity to know her better, to have her as my mentor, and to learn from her. Thank you so much, ma'am.